really shaky.
Well, that's not surprising given the circumstances.
Only I could just tell Bob the whole truth.
Well, why don't you?
Because I can't.
Kim, you've been hiding the truth from Bob for weeks. You perjured yourself in front of a grand jury yesterday, and now you're faced with lying to Tom, who's going to defend you in court. Not to mention the toll the trial itself will take on you.
Franny has started to take the whole blame on this, on herself. If she had to face the truth now, it would push her completely over the edge.
It's still a great weight to carry on your shoulders.
Well, I have to. I have to keep protecting Franny. Good morning.
Morning, Franny.
Honey, Dr. Chapin just came to talk to me for a few minutes.
I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. What did you mean about protecting me?
No, this exquisite creature is Lisa McCall, stepmother of the groom, so mind your manners.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now, Mulligan has very kindly given us the establishment for the evening so that we can have Brian's bachelor party.
I think that's wonderful. Just wonderful.
Well, my regular customers mightn't think so, but Mr. Mitchell here conjuring
Oh,
into
no. What could be a better place for a Scotsman to have his matrimonial send-off than an Irish pub, huh?
Could I get you a drink?
Well, it's a little early for me to have, but would that be coffee, Snow Brewing?
It is indeed. Mr. Mitchell?
Yeah, me too. It's going to be a long and joyous day, huh?
Yes.
Listen, thank you for coming to check out the ambiance.
Oh, well, it is my pleasure. I want to thank you, and also I want you to know how much Tom does appreciate your taking over the best man's duties. Really, he needed that.
I know he's got a lot on his mind at the moment.
Earl, I am so worried about him. I really am. He's just like his father. He keeps everything all bottled up inside, and not like me. I just let it all hang out.
Well, it's a much better choice. You don't get an ulcer.
No, I give ulcers to other people. Now, Tom he puts up a big wall, but I know deep down inside he's just a wreck about Margot, and he really is concerned about Kim. I am really afraid that one of these days he's just going to explode.
You know, Margot, maybe it's none of my business, but I was watching you and Tom last night. It's obvious you're both still very much in love.
Hal, I appreciate, I think, what you're trying to do. It's really none of your, love isn't the issue, okay?
What's more important, Margot? If you've got that, what else is there? What is more important than love?
Trust. Trust is more important than love, Howard. You of all people should know that. You can't have a marriage without it. And the trust in our marriage is broken. Oh, you might as well know. Tom got involved. Tom slept with another woman. Took another woman to bed, okay? Broke the trust in our marriage. And that's something that I have a hard time forgiving, and I have a real hard time forgetting. You see, I do love Tom. I love him. I can never trust him.
I'm sorry, Margot.
Yeah, so am I.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, Tom, I guess you're here for the transcripts of the grand jury?
Yeah. I'd like to speak to my wife. Alone.
you don't have to go, Hal.
He has to go.
All right. See you.
What the hell was that all?
You have some nerve. You have some nerve after your dirty little nocturnal capers with Barbara. All right.
I have just about had enough.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Puritan Oil. More than cholesterol-free, Puritan is low in saturated fat. And by Zest. the deodorant bar that rinses without leaving a sticky soap film, so you feel really clean.
When my husband decided to cut down on saturated fat and cholesterol for his health, I made some changes in our diet. One was to remove the fat from chicken. Another was to use Puritan oil. It has less saturated fat than corn oil and most vegetable oils. Look, when frozen, the leading vegetable oil hardens and traps the tomato. It has more saturated and other fats. Puritan lets the tomato fall. It has less of these fats. Puritan's great for preparing a diet low in saturated fat and cholesterol to help reduce serum cholesterol. And that may help lower my family's risk of heart disease. Try cholesterol-free Puritan with less saturated fat than most leading oils. I think it's important to cut down on saturated fats. Don't you?
Who leaves the shine so shiny? Whoa, slow down there. You have to ask.
Oh, is it wet?
It's dry.
The shine so shiny.
Wet?
Nope.
Without streaking, without rinsing.
You're so convincing.
Is it wet? Is it dry? You know the answer, you know the guy.
Yeah, it's Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean is the man behind the shine. Is it wet or is it dry? That's fully clean.
Zest announces a whole new kind of clean.
That's fully clean.
You're not fully clean unless you're fully clean.
Introducing new improved Zest deodorant bar. First it lathers you clean, then it rinses you cleaner.
Look at me. Do I look clean to you? Surprise! I'm not fully clean unless I'm zestfully clean. This is what happens with soap. Soap leaves a sticky film on you that won't rinse away. But new Zest leaves no sticky film. It rinses you fully clean.
A whole new kind of clean.
Zest fully clean. Zest fully clean.
You're not fully clean unless you're Zest fully clean.
Let go of me.
I'm not letting go of you, not until you tell me how much longer you plan to punish me for making
Tom,
one
I'm
stupid,
not
lousy
trying to
mistake,
hit
Margot.
you. Get it through your thick skull, Tom. Over.
Why, Margot?
Why?
Yeah, why's it over, huh? What happened? I got real drunk one night, and I slept with Barbara one night because you and I hadn't spent any quality time together for weeks on end, because you were away in the nation's capital, you were at the state capitol, you were everywhere but with me.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that this is my fault?
Of course not.
Good.
What I'm saying is there are degrees of betrayal. I'm not saying what I did was right, it was wrong, but let's look at the circumstances, okay? I love you. I missed you. I needed you. I reached out for you. You weren't there.
I had a job like you.
Wait, well, you want to know something? You know how important this thing with Barbara was to me? I didn't even remember it happened, okay?
That's a pity. But it doesn't make my pain any less.
Well, it should. And if it doesn't because you're being stubborn and bullheaded.
I'm being stubborn and
That's
bullheaded.
right. You're being stubborn and bullheaded. And what happened because I was lonely one night and in a drunken stupor should not ruin us for the rest of our lives, okay? I love you. And you don't want to admit it, but you love me. And all I am trying to do is say that we should give ourselves one more chance. That's all.
I don't want to get hurt again.
Great, Margot. Great. Why don't you just, resign from the human race, okay? Crawl into some kind of cave because that's the only way you're going to get a guarantee that you're not going to be hurt. Life's a risk, and love's a bigger risk. And if you're too afraid to take those risks, maybe you're not the woman I thought you were. And why the hell did you have to throw yourself in Hal's arms, huh?
That was not what was happening. It's
Well, what
none of
was
your
it?
business. I want to divorce Tom. I went to my lawyer to speed up this process. And he told me that you don't even have a lawyer to represent you. Now, unless you're planning on representing yourself, I suggest you find one today.
Now, I want to thank you for being such a special help with this. Now, these are all the names that Shannon and Jillian gave me.
Oh, yes, for buying fat.
Right.
Oh, wait, you've got Dusty down, haven't you? You crazy? He's too young for all your goings-on.
Oh, my dear, we're going to be as chaste as church mice.
I'll bet. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you invite, Sierra Reyes is coming to my shower, so her husband, Tonio, you ought to invite him. He's new in town. He works for Lucinda Walsh, and maybe he would appreciate being around some normal people.
Earl, I'm so glad to find you. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well, Miss Corbin.
What?
Don't you remember? I met you on St. Patty's Day with the beautiful Irish lass. The one with all the names, Shannon, Aaron, Casey, O'Hara.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's nice to see you. Would you excuse me?
Surely.
We have serious problems.
Well, what's happened?
Brian and Shannon are planning to go away this afternoon and stay away until tomorrow afternoon.
No, they can't do that. They'll miss their surprise party.
Well, exactly. But how are we going to stop them without ruining the surprise?
Well, I don't know. Tell them. I guess we'll just have to tell them. Isn't that a shame? We have already kept it such a secret.
No, ladies, just don't panic. Every problem has a solution. You just have to figure out what it is.
Honey, I just meant I wanted to try to protect you from any more publicity or those reporters.
So many of them. They just won't leave us alone.
Well, they will, eventually.
I'm sorry. You're dealing with a lot more than I am, and I don't know how you do it. If I had been the one that killed Doug, I don't know if I could handle it.
Okay. I want you all to clear out of here. At the police force, this is private property. You are trespassing. If I see any of you here again, I will arrest you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Look, if you see any of those people out there again, call me. I will arrest them.
Okay.
Franny, can I give you a lift to school?
Oh, honey, that's such a good idea. Why don't you go ahead and let's behave as if everything is completely normal, okay? Right?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
How you doing, Doc?
Bye. Bye. Have a good day. Bye, honey. You see that? You see how fragile she is? I can't tell Franny killed Douglas. I can't tell anybody. Not even Tom.
Kim, has it occurred to you that perhaps the reason Hobson was able to get a murder indictment against you is because you've been lying in this investigation from the beginning?
What?
Part of the evidence that Hobson is using against you is based on what really happened in that room before you walked in. Facts you'll never be able to explain because you weren't there and because you trapped yourself in the original lie.
Certainly, Miss Clayton. I would be delighted to give you an interview for the evening news. I look forward to seeing you again. Well, thank you. That'll be fine. Bye. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm sorry I had to take that call.
Of course you did. More publicity for you, isn't it?
The public wants to see justice done, Counselor. So do I. Pull.
You won the first round, the grand jury. But
That's right. That's exactly what it was, the first round. Are you here on personal business, Mr. Hughes?
No, I was here to get a transcript of the grand jury.
Oh, well, aren't you lucky? I just happen to have a copy of one with me.
A lucky guy.
Right you are. There you are, Counselor. See you in court, then, for round 2. Good morning.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger ketchup.
Hamburger miracle with salad dressing.
Hamburger hit. Hamburger what?
Hamburger what?
Hamburger what?
Hamburger what? Miracle Whip?
Hamburgers with a tangy zip of Miracle Whip salad dressing. The bread spread makes anything on bread taste better.
Hamburger miracle whip. Hamburger miracle whip.
Hamburger miracle whip.
Hamburger Miracle Whip.
Hamburger miracle whip. Hamburger miracle whip.
Change mine to miracle whip.
Change yours to miracle whip.
Change mine to miracle whip.
Eat your leftovers, or Mommy will have to throw them out.
Heinz Instant Baby Food knows a better way. Mix only what you need, so nothing goes to waste. Very nutritious, too. Heinz Instant Baby Food.
Bananas. And sugar? Tapioca starch?
Heinz Instant Baby Food knows a better way. All pure and natural with no added sugar or starchy fillers. Heinz Instant, a better way to feed your baby.
Travel line that goes in style. Fresh press every mile. A self-clean line, you can't go wrong. Nothing else will work as well. And here's a
I'm Al Eisen. I invented an automatic toilet bowl cleaner called 2000 Flushes. We use enough chlorine bleach to help keep the water sparkling and the sides clean. Not just for 1 month, but up to 4 months. So get my 2000 Flushes. Why buy anything else?
Constipation is disaster.
Gene Wright talks about Dulcolax laxatives.
My doctor suggested that I try Dulcolax. And I did, and I was very happy.
Predictable Dulcolax, tablets and suppositories.
Dulcolax has never let me down.
Oh, you'll never guess who I see downstairs in the lobby, but Tad Channing.
Oh, God.
Yes, he did rent the offices downstairs. He's moving in right now.
Oh, no. Why did you tell me that? Montgomery Associates. Yeah, he is. 6 minutes, please. Monroe, 21?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it in my office, thanks.
Oh, hi, Craig. I just stopped by to talk to Betsy for a minute.
I got a phone call, excuse me.
Hi. Something wrong? Well, yeah. Remember I told you that things weren't going very well between Antonio and me?
Yeah?
Well, things got better, and I tried real hard, and I talked to him and everything, but, Betsy, now, when we make love, he's very angry and forceful, and I feel like he's trying to get back at me for that time that I said Craig's name in the sauna.
Yeah, well, have you tried talking to him about it?
Yes, I tried. But, Betsy, there's something else bothering me, too. Something about Tonio that I never noticed before.
What?
He is extremely ambitious.
Well, yeah, that's perfectly normal for a young up-and-coming exec like he is, isn't it?
Well, it would be normal, but this is abnormal ambition. It's like he reminds me of my mother. He's hungry for power the same way that she is. And it just frightens me.
Sierra.
Hey, Tonio, what are you doing here?
I had an appointment with Tad Channing downstairs. He's moved his offices into this building. What are you doing here?
I just came by to talk to Betsy.
Betsy, I may have some work for Steve. Mrs. Walsh seems to be giving me more and more authority.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell him. Thank you.
Sierra, as long as you're here, why don't we have some lunch?
Oh, well, I had to stop by the hospital.
Well, we could eat there. Any excuse to have lunch with my lovely wife.
And it gets harder and harder every time I see Tom. And now, I have to go to fashion. I guess it is.
How are you?
Hi. I've been better.
I'm giving you a hard time still?
I'll go over to fashions with you. I'm still on my break, okay? Thanks, Lila. I think I could use it.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Casey, listen, have you made up your mind about tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know this guy.
Well, what difference does it make? Come on. Dusty'd love to have you along. It's a bachelor party. Come on, we'll have a good time.
Well, let me think about it, all right?
Oh, come on. Well, think about it good, okay? All right?
Dr. Peretti, I want to thank you for helping my daughter get by those reporters at the courthouse yesterday.
Oh, no sweat. It's the least I could do. Hey, have you thought about my assignment for next month?
And to tell you the truth, I've had a few other things on my mind.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I just wish you'd assign me to OR if you can, like all the other future surgeons of America, okay?
We'll do the best we can for you.
Oh. How's Kim doing?
Well, pretty good, actually. She's going to that shower for Shannon O'Hara tonight.
Good, because I'm very concerned about her. I'm also concerned about Andrew. I don't like what's going on. I really think you should move in with Dusty and me until the trial's over. What do you say?
I say that's up to Ken and Andy. You just won't give up on that, will you?
No, I won't with something as important as my son's welfare. See you around.
Now, the problem is that Brian and Shannon have inconveniently made their own plans for this evening.
Oh, dear. Well, you know what? Shannon's on her way over here for a final fitting for a wedding gown.
Good. That gives us one more chance to invent some excuse to keep him here.
The lovebirds were lucky.
Oh, look at that gorgeous ring. It's a wedding present from Barbara. Oh,
Oh, well, what's your name?
Her name is Potluck.
Potluck?
Yeah, we took her home. There was nothing to eat for the dogs, so she had to have potluck.
Oh,
Right. Listen, Barbara, I know I'm early for my fitting, but Brian and I wanted to get away for a little pre-honeymoon.
Oh, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
What? Why?
Because we have, Jay is calling.
That's right.
Jay's calling you. He called me and he said, I want to talk to you tonight at 7 o'clock. He said, so he's going to call you at 7.
You just have to take a message because I won't be there.
Well, but Shannon can't go.
No, she can't.
She has a meeting at the Corbin House.
Yeah, I do.
Well, yes, with a man who may donate $1 million.
What?
Yes, and so you see, you can't go.
Hey, what's $1 million to two people who are in love, huh?
Right. Shannon.
Besides, what? He can give it to you.
That is a dreadful attitude. I am ashamed of you. Now, will you excuse me? I have something to do.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Where are you going?
Oh. No, but that's our last hope.
Here, why don't you take McPotluck for a little walk?
Okay.
While I turn my wedding dress.
Oops, give me the
Don't come
corner
back
there.
too soon.
I'll be back shortly.
Bye.
Come on.
Okay, let's see if your wedding dress still fits.
Excuse me, ladies. What's the number of the Oakdale Police Department?
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Somebody just stole my car in broad daylight.
When you need a laxative, you want your mom. This mom. Phillips Milk with Magnesia. M-O-M. Phillips gives you easy relief, not harsh. Mom knows what's good for you. Nobody treats you better than Mom.
A lot of mothers are still using Johnson's baby powder made with talc. But pediatricians surveyed preferred cornstarch 2-to-1 over talc. What are you waiting for? Diapering cornstarch baby powder. 100% talc-free.
Know what's missing in Pringles light potato chips? A lot of fat you get in regular potato chips. And you'll never miss it.
Know what else is missing in Pringles Light? A lot of the salt in their regular chips. You'll never miss it. Know what's not missing? You guessed it.
Pringles Light in the silver can. Less fat, less salt, and so much flavor you will never miss what's missing.
Never.
No more excuses for spots.
The kids probably unloaded the dishwasher.
I think she borrowed them.
Louise.
I air-dried these dishes.
No more excuses for spots with new improved Cascade. Under tough conditions like air drying, other leading brands can leave spots. Cascade's advanced sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. Let's start over with Cascade.
Beautiful.
Everything looks wonderful.
Even when you air dry, there's no excuse for spots with new improved Cascade.
Petey, you broke your agreement to me.
But I had to.
You have gone way too far.
An ultimatum on Guiding Light.
Do you want to be the Samson girl, or do you want to be my wife?
You can play. You can be a winner. Watch The Price is Right and find out how you at home can win the all-new play-along game. Weekdays.
Want me to explain that to you?
No thanks, Hal. I don't need you to explain anything to me. And I also don't need your help with my wife.
Listen, Tom, you've got it all wrong.
Really? Well, how come it seems like I run into you whenever I run into her? At her place on the yacht, just here this morning?
Look, whatever you think you saw, you didn't.
Well, that was my wife in your arms, wasn't it? I mean, I didn't imagine it. I'm not blind.
No, in my opinion, a man with a wife like Margot has got to be either blind or crazy to go out on the prowl. Listen, Tom, I'm divorced, so I know what you're going through, but hitting me isn't going to help. You know what could help is letting me explain to you about that model, because I know the points that Hobson's going to make with it to the jury. So how about it? You rather have me as a friend or an enemy? Your choice.
Well, why didn't you eat at school?
That was the only time I could see my masters.
Come on, Dusty, you gotta eat lunch, you know.
There's no time to eat, John, when you're trying to get into Harvard.
You know what?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to this party tonight because I have a big test tomorrow.
Look, all work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy.
Is that right?
Dusty, how you doing?
Hey, Casey, I'm glad you dropped by. Take my seat here and try to talk this kid into coming with us tonight. I gotta look up for him.
Wait a minute, I just told you I didn't got time. Boy, when that guy sets his mind to something, he's set, isn't he?
Casey, I don't know if I'm gonna be awake for this party.
Whoa, now wait a minute. Does Dr. Peretti detect a little study fatigue?
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Well, I just got out of med school, partner, remember?
On top of being beat, on top of being worn out, I have to study for the big exam tomorrow.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll cut a deal with you. I'll go to this party if you do, okay? So you study now, and then we'll go into a go-go. That's the best prescription I got for acing an exam. What do you say?
I'll do it.
That a boy.
Casey, do you have a special girlfriend, you know, back in Massachusetts?
No way, Jose. No personal involvement for this kid.
Let's figure. All right, if I'm gonna go to this thing tonight, I gotta hit the book.
You ain't finished your food here.
First, you're on the way.
Okay, we'll see you. Yo, hey, you. Over here. I'm on a special on appendectomies today.
Are you seeing my dad?
Yeah. He's down in OBGYN, but he's not going to be free until we have a cup of coffee. What do you say?
Maybe tea.
All right. You got it.
Okay, so will you find us a table? I'll see Mr. Whitmore and come back to see you.
All right. Hello, Franny.
Hi, Tonio. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay.
You and I are having lunch today.
Oh, Casey, this is Tonio Reyes, Dr. Casey Peretti.
Hi. Nice to meet you. See you later.
Who's that?
A friend.
Hi.
Oh, Daddy, I was looking for you.
Dr. Samuels just told me they'll have the results of Kim's amniocentesis today. I just tried to call her, but the line was busy.
All right, Ellen, you come over here, and we'll all go to the shower together. Thank you, dear. I'm glad I'm coming, too. See you.
Oh, it's nice to see you smiling again.
Well, I can't be worried all the time. And besides which, the description of Earl stealing Brian's car and saving the day is enough to make anybody laugh.
Oh, hello, Don.
Oh, hi.
Would you like to talk to Kim by yourself?
Just for a couple minutes, Grandma.
If you need me, I'll be out in the garden.
Oh, all right. Okay. Tommy? Is something wrong?
I just finished reading the transcripts from the grand jury proceeding.
Did you find out why they don't consider it justifiable homicide?
And it's not just because Marcia Talbot is taking full responsibility for the kidnapping. Apparently, there were bloodstains and slashes in some of the bed hangings in Douglas's bedroom.
How did that happen?
I was hoping you could tell me.
The evidence Hobson is using against you is based in part on what actually happened in that room before you walked in. Facts you'll never be able to explain because you weren't there.
Kim?
I'm sorry, I just was trying to digest what you told me.
Kim, listen to me very carefully, please. I can't defend you on a murder charge if I don't know exactly what happened. Now, you've got to think back. You have got to be able to explain this.
Where have you been? I was worried.
Long day.
Oh, you're home.
Careful, hon. This shirt's got the dirt and smell of 3 states on it.
Here. Who cares? Oh, what a smell. Right, Buster? These clothes are really grungy. What is that? Ugh, nasty.
That shirt's got more than a lot of miles on it. Come on, Tide.
Tide won't quit on tough dirt or the smell of hard work that comes with it. Put Tide to work on dirt, no problem, and heavy-duty odors gone. Tide keeps going till you know your clothes are clean.
Got a clean shirt?
This shirt's so clean. I'm not going to let you out of my sight.
On tough dirt and odor, Tide won't quit till your clothes come clean.
Introducing a breakthrough in dryness. Revolutionary new Ultra Pampers. Revolutionary because only Ultra Pampers has a thin lock-away core. This core actually takes wetness and locks it away from baby's skin. So effectively, you can't even squeeze it out. So even when they're wet, they're dry. It's the newest member of the Pampers Blue Waist Shield family. Revolutionary new Ultra Pampers. Even when they're wet, they're dry. The driest ever.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Tide. On tough dirt, Tide won't quit till your clothes are clean. And by Ultra Pampers. Even when they're wet, they're dry. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
The word on the street is hot. Tonight, the word on the street is West 57. Then, a story of courage.
Then you're going to die if you don't have a heart transplant.
And a story of hope.
Go for it.
Rob Lowe is Thursday's Child tonight.
This is CBS.
Mother's Day and flowers just naturally go together, and a gift of flowers from Becky's Floral in Mankato is especially meaningful. The girls at Becky's are experienced in the art of floral arrangement and in helping you choose the right flowers for that very special person. Choose a potted plant, a corsage, one of Becky's very special Mother's Day arrangements, or surprise Mom with a gift of china or pottery. Your mom deserves the best, and a gift from Becky's will really be appreciated. Flowers for Mom from Becky's Floral and Gifts in Mankato.
Hello, we need your help. We're looking for a few good people, the unsung heroes of our community, people who make the area a better place to live. Won't you write and tell us who you think deserves recognition and tell us why they are special? Send your nominations to Good People, KEYC-TV, Box 128, Mankato, Minnesota. Thank you very much.
KEYC Television, Channel 12, Mankato. Friends you can count on for weather.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Well, Tom, I'm not sure that I can.
Okay. Got something here that I think might just help us out. This is a sketch I made from the model the DA has of Douglas's bedroom, okay? Flash marks were on this bed hanging here.
Maybe it was done before. Maybe somebody ripped it.
No, Kim, they have determined that those flash marks were made by the same instrument that killed Douglas. Now, down here, there were bloodstains on this bed curtain. Those have been clearly identified as Douglas's blood. Now, let's go back to your testimony. You claim that you walked in the door, you saw Doug pinning Franny onto the bed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you absolutely sure?
Honey, I've told you that 100 times.
I know. Is it conceivable that Franny could have been struggling harder than you originally thought?
No, why would I lie about that?
I don't think you're lying. I'm just trying to connect everything, make sure this is all the way it happened. Now, you were trying to reason with Douglas. Is it possible that he got off the bed at any point?
No. I mean,
Kim, this is deadly serious. This is exactly what the DA is using to discredit your testimony. I can't go into court with you and defend you on a murder charge until you can explain this.
I just need time to think about it. Excuse me. Hello.
Hi, good news. We'll have the results of the amniocentesis later today.
Wonderful. I'm on my way.
But wait a minute. It'll be later. I'll call you.
No, I'll be there right away. Bye. The report on my amniocentesis test is in, and I have to get right down to the hospital.
Well, then I'll drive you. We can talk on the way. Kim, this all depends on your ability to remember what happened after you walked into that room.
Oh, you are so sweet. Help
Well, you helped me this morning, and one good turn deserves another, huh?
Yeah, I can't get over the fact that you stole Brian's car.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen the look on his face.
I saw the look on his face, and I want you to know it was terrible. He's got the police department looking for him. Tell me, where did you hide his car, huh?
The one place no one would ever think of looking for it, in his own garage.
I can't believe the inefficiency of the Oakdale Police Department.
Please, just be patient. Hello there.
Hi.
What a
Hi.
surprise. Darling, did you find your car? Oh, look at that face. I can tell he didn't find his car.
No. Why don't we rent a car?
No, I want my own car.
But why?
Because it's got all of our luggage in it. Besides, it's the principle of the matter
And
here.
he's right, darling. He's absolutely. Well, I know, but you're closing.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I thought I taught you never to ask embarrassing questions.
Oh.
We'll come back, okay?
No. I mean, no, you might as well stay now that you're here.
Brian, I think we, better leave.
All right, okay. Now, dear sweetie. Goodbye. Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Bye-bye. You rascal! You're going to ruin my reputation.
Oh, well, that may be, but I think we make one hell of a team.
You know what? I'll bet between the two of us, I'll bet if we put our heads together, we could rule this world.
That's just what I was thinking.
All right. You won't rule the world?
No. If we put our heads together.
Don't you like your sandwich?
It's not that, Tony. I want to talk to you.
Sierra, I have to get back to the office very soon.
Tony, I know that our marriage isn't perfect. I know that we have a long way to go. But
Sierra, didn't you hear me? This isn't the time or place for a personal conversation.
Tony, please, I want to share everything, all my thoughts and all my feelings.
Look, that's as it should be, but not here.
Please just hear me. Please.
All right.
Now, I want to be absolutely honest with you about everything. It's the only way our marriage will ever work. Now, I admitted something to you, something that was so hard for me to tell you, that I still have feelings for Craig. But I'm working on that, and you've got to believe me, Tonio.
All right.
You say all right, but I know you're still angry, and I can tell you are, especially when we make love, Tonio.
Sierra, please. We're both raised to believe that there are certain things that should not be put into words.
So maybe we're raised that way, but I don't believe it anymore. Sorry, I think that the things that go on sexually in a relationship are just...
Sierra, I find this whole conversation distasteful.
Why?
Why? Because it can only make us self-conscious. If we analyze everything, we'll become like two doctors in a laboratory instead of man and wife.
Well, hello, Tony. Sierra.
Hello, Barbara. You're not sick, are you?
Oh, no, heavens no. I'm just coming through. I'm picking up my son's medical records. He's going to be trying out for the swim team.
Ah, your son.
Yes, my very teenage son, Paul.
Ah, you don't seem old enough to have a son that age.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Sierra, I will be seeing you later on this evening at the shower.
Indeed you will. Tony will be dropping me off.
Oh, good. Why don't you stop in and say hello?
Oh, I'd love to. Nice to see you.
See you then. Bye-bye.
I think if we talk about it, it will make us less self-conscious.
I am not self-conscious. If there is a problem with this part of our marriage, it is your problem, not mine.
Honey, I told you not to rush over.
Well, I was just nervous, that's all.
Look, there's nothing to worry about.
I certainly hope so. Hi. I just came from Dr. Michaels. Are the results in? No, not
Looks like you're just on time. Audrey?
Good news. The best. Your baby is healthy and normal. And you still don't want to know the sex of the baby until it's born.
No. We just want to wait and be surprised.
You are looking at the happiest man in the world.
Oh, honey, me too. Me too.
bad checkup, Mom. You pray you never hear those words. But it could happen. 2 out of every 3 kids between the ages of 5 and 17 still get cavities. So don't push your luck. Make sure your family fights cavities with Crest. You see, dentists have seen clinical proof for years. More of them recommend Crest. And more dentist families brush with Crest than any other fluoride toothpaste. After all, they want good checkup as much as you do. Crest, the dentist choice for fighting cavities.
Soon, hundreds of people will be here, eating a huge 6-course meal. Some will get heartburn.
There's nothing packed for heartburn.
He doesn't know the Pepto-Bismol his wife packed for upset stomach and diarrhea is great for heartburn.
Take the Pepto.
Pepto-Bismol, as it coats, it relieves heartburn and most common stomach discomfort. The one that coats is the only one you need.
My heartburn's gone.
Bon voyage.
I said, clean my new fiberglass tub with Comet? And a leading fiberglass maker said, yes. I said, it'll squat. And they said, this is new Comet. It's tough on stains and safer. Watch. Here's porcelain with greasy food stains and a delicate acrylic with soap film. Now, new Comet versus a leading scouring cleanser. They were scrubbed, then rinsed. The other cleanser left a stain and dull scratches. New Comet shows only clean. So then I said, new Comet still gets them cleaner. Now cleans them safer.
So soft towel. Sweet smelling sheets. No cling to most anything. Bounce for clothes you can't wait to jump into. Come on in. Feel the touch. You are the one. You feel so good around me. Bounce for clothes you can't wait to jump into.
This bachelor party tonight, whether we want to or not. Okay.
Oh, listen, honey, I'm very sorry about today. I promise I'll be in much better shape tomorrow. It's just that the amniocentesis report, it kind of spoiled my concentration.
I understand. I'm just glad it was a good report.
Thank you.
Whoever thought we'd have something happy to celebrate tonight?
I know.
Ladies, have a good time at the shower, and you all behave yourselves.
Well, you too.
You sure you're up to this?
Positive.
Okay.
Have fun.
You too. Bye-bye. Bye.
Not too much fun.
Oh, what?
You should see Danny with Andy and Chris. I don't think that baby is ever going to get to sleep.
Well, they're getting good practice for the new baby.
Right. Where's Franny? Oh, she's up with Heather. Would you run up and see if you can hurry them down?
Kim, I'm so happy for you about the baby. Thank heaven with all you're going through.
I just wish it were all over with.
I know. Honey, remember, I was once on trial for murder.
Terrible time.
Even now, it doesn't seem as if it was possible that it ever happened. You know what kept me going through all of it were the people that I loved. David, Dan, Nancy and Chris, good friends like them. I couldn't have survived without them. You've just got to hold fast to the people who love you and to the truth. We know that all you meant to do is to protect Franny. Believe me, there's going to be an end to all of this. There will be.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you.
And know that I'm here for you any time that you want to talk. I know there are going to be times when you're going to need to. I know from experience.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You know, I think Heather would be nice if there's a wedding thing. We should just tell Lisa to leave all the decorations would save a lot of money.
How do you feel? Oh, wonderful. You know, I think that the good news about your baby is a sign for our future. Nothing but good news from now on. You bet. I'll be right back.
Good.
Hello, welcome. This first one's here? Oh, and none too soon either. The bride-to-be will be here soon.
Oh, good.
Lily, I'm so glad that you've come to the shower.
Well, this is my first bridal shower. I didn't want to miss it.
Oh, come in.
Beautiful.
Put the presents over there.
Don't have any regrets missing all this and that. Well, it wouldn't have changed anything, but gosh, this would have been nice.
Come with me.
Hello, Barbara.
Hello?
I took you at your word and dropped by.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's an unusual costume, but it looks like a fiesta.
Sort of, yeah. Are you going to Brian's bachelor party?
Yeah, Steve is waiting in the car for me right now. I really should go. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye. You have a good time.
All right.
Well, just remember, don't have too good a time because you're a happy married man.
If I forget, I'll call you first.
I'll put you on my list. Hello, Margot. Hello, Lila.
Hello, Barbara.
So glad you could come. Hi, my songbird. Hi. Come on in. It's so good to see you. How are you going to get Jeremy without spoiling the surprise? Well...
Never fear, we're on our way this very moment to wrest her from Brian's arms at Mulligan.
I don't know. Something's going on. How can you get Brian over there? Wait. What did you do? I don't know.
Hello? Brian, it's Earl. Listen, I've got wonderful news for you. Your car's turned up. Where? Oh. Well, it's behind a bar called Mulligan's. Do you know the place?
Yeah, but what's my car doing here? How did you know about it?
Well, I'm down at the police station.
Oh, police station? Whatever for?
Well, I'm making a citizen's arrest.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by a bunch of ladies of the night. Yeah, listen now. The police told me that they have your car. Now, I think what you better do is get to Mulligan's on the double, okay? And get Shannon. Yes, because they'll want to ask you both if anything's been stolen.
All right, thanks, Earl.
Okay, my pleasure. Right on schedule, huh? Come on. Ladies, have a lovely month.
I didn't know better. I'd say that was a twinkle in your eye. It's for me to know and you to find out.
Where's that, Quinn?
Hey, Craig! Congratulations! I hear you're having quite a success with your new consulting business.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Listen, Steve Andropoulos, he's having a little business problems with his company. I know that you handle his account down the bank for his loans.
Yes, we do, but, I can't discuss that.
No, I understand that. I just want to let you know that the reason why he's in such a financial squeeze, it's because of a personal vendetta by one Mr. Chad Channing. It's got nothing to do with Steve's abilities as a builder.
Yes, I know, but frankly, he has overextended himself pretty badly.
Well, listen, Ed, whatever you can do to help out, I would take it as a personal favor, huh? And let's not mention this discussion to him.
Right. Mom's the word.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Hi. Hello, Greg. Antonio. Hey, just didn't.
Good.
Hey, Fort. Hey, Johnny. How are you? Good, guys. How are you? Where you been? What's your What about it? What's going on?
Well, I've been chained to my desk studying.
Yeah? How's it going? Come on. He's having a hard one.
Now, this is my kind of bar, you know that?
Is that a compliment or an insult?
Hello, lads. Sorry we're late. Hey, Craig. How are you?
Listen, Bob, I'm sorry to hear about Kim's indictment.
Well, thank you, Craig, but we have good news about the pregnancy today, so the word for tonight is enjoy. All right, let's have a beer. Sounds good.
I just want to know where my car is and how it got to a place like this. I mean, this is terrible, isn't it?
Caramba, what a mess.
Mexican meatloaf.
Ole?
I need help.
So why's that lemon liquid here?
Got a better idea?
Undoubtedly. My lemon fresh joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt. Look, on tough foods like this, Joy cleans better than your lemon liquid.
My brand couldn't cut the dirt.
Joy left its dish shining.
Nice shine.
Uh-huh. Wow, great looking table. Lemon fresh joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt.
Anyone who thinks jazz is cool ought to see my group when we're really hot.
Give your body the best.
Safeguard, the most deodorant soap lather you can get to clean odor away with the most deodorant soap protection you can get to help keep odor away.
Hey, that's important. Because nobody wants to end their evening on a sour note.
Give your body the best with Safeguard.
Have you heard? It's deliciously new. Dunkin' Double Temptation for you. Dark chocolate brownie and in the same bite. Rich peanut butter, it'll tempt you twice. Add the peanut butter swirl, it's divine. It's peanut butter chocolate and here's the rest. Mint chocolate brownie and milk chocolate too. Brownie temptation for you. Come on and try it. They're new.
I
know I should get more fiber. Can you recommend something? Let me tell you about something really new. Correctol Natural Grain Laxative. Only new Correctol contains fruit fiber, along with the natural grain fiber doctors recommend most, to help keep us regular day after day. No other fiber laxative has fruit fiber. Not Metamucil, not Fiberol. New Correctol Natural Grain with fruit fiber. That's for me. Correctol makes it for us.
It's one of my favorite patterns. I hope you like it, too.
Oh, I do.
Well, we're just picking up here.
You know, Kim, I want to thank you for coming. You know, this can't be easy.
Don't be silly. I want to miss it for the world. I can't wait. Hey, have you talked to Tonio yet?
Yes, I did. But Tonio doesn't believe you should talk about sex, ever. Besides that, he thinks it's all my fault.
Oh, well, that's just unfair.
I don't know, maybe he's right. Until I get over my feelings for Craig, our marriage is never going to work out.
Don't bring
Why hasn't Roy popped the question yet? I thought you'd be announcing your own marriage tonight.
Well, I've got my hands full with law school.
Have you seen his family again?
No.
Look, his mother is really nice. With just his little sister.
Kind of a brat. I mean, she'd probably run away from home if Roy asked me to marry him. And since his father's not too keen on I don't think Roy's going to be his own man until he moves out of that house. Well, marrying him would be one way to accomplish that. Do I get the feeling that you are pushing? I might be just a little, only because I want to see you happy. I love it.
Honey, do you want to leave?
Yes, I do. I want to leave right now. As a matter of fact, Barbara's making me sick, and watching Shannon open his presents, so happy and everything.
Attention, everyone. I would like to begin the toasting of the bride-to-be. When I think of Shannon O'Hara, alias Aaron Casey, I think of surprises. I mean, after all, she sprang onto our little Oakdale scene as if from nowhere. She and her equally mysterious uncle, Earl Mitchell, have dazzled all of us with their unconventional lust for life. And I'm sure that she has many more surprises in store for Brian in the years to come. To Shannon.
Okay, guys, let's hold it down for a minute. Hold it down. Quiet! Hey, wait a minute. Thank you, Mr. Mulligan. Before we get down to desserts, I would like, being the best man in this group, to just say a couple of words.
Oh, yeah? Since when did a lawyer just say a couple of words, huh?
I think it's only fair that we warn this poor unfortunate soul as to what he's getting himself into. Of course, misery loves company, and we married men aren't going to tell you what you're in for. Actually, I've known Brian for a long time, and I've seen a lot of changes in him since he met Shannon. And all I can say is that...
about time.
You watch out. Actually, all I can say is you're a very lucky guy. It's very nice to have somebody to live your life with. And it isn't everybody who finds in their partner someone that is really their other half. To Brian and Shannon.
Brian. Here. Let's get dessert. Yeah. Cool.
what you're giving up to get married.
Good speech. Really good. Thank you, Dad. I know that wasn't easy for you. I just wonder if I really ought to be here. I should be preparing a defense for Kim. There's nothing you can do about it tonight. I'll let you just relax.
Al, thank you again for all your good work on the Hughes case. Does your testimony help me get that indictment?
With all due respect, sir, I'm really looking forward to getting on to my next assignment.
Whoa, wait just a minute. Not so fast. I already told the commissioner that I want you right by my side until this trial is over.
But that could mean sitting around here for months. I mean, the trial's not going to happen for...
Well, it's going to happen sooner than you think. But not here in Oakdale. I've requested a change of venue so that the jury won't be influenced by Mrs. Hughes' position in the community or by the negative publicity surrounding Marcia Talbot.
Crisco oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to stir frying.
Remarkably light, delightfully light. Crisco oil, light taste, extra flavor free.
Today's Crisco oil is remarkably clear, remarkably light, but it's really Crisco's light taste that brings out the true flavor of stir frying with no greasy taste.
Crisco oil, light taste, extra flavor free.
Now available in the new 64-ounce strip-free bottle.
I don't use fabric softener anymore. Bold 3 has softener built in, but I use liquids. I get cleaning and softener in one. Why don't they bottle it?
We bottled it. New Liquid Bold 3, a stain-fighting detergent and full-strength fabric softener specially formulated to work together.
So clean. Clean that gravy stain. So soft. Feels terrific. Control static. Who needs separate softener?
Bold 3 detergent plus fabric softener. So good, we bottled it.
Friday on Charlie and Company.
Hey, baby, what's happening?
Is it a blessed event?
You got any diapers on you?
Or is Rachel telling tales?
She told the whole world.
Then it's Leo and Liz in Beverly Hills.
Bye.
It's Leo's birthday, but is Liz's gift-giving getting out of hand?
I am Zoltan.
Leo and Liz, Friday. Nuclear disaster in Russia. Thousands of reported dead or injured in what may be the worst nuclear accident ever. Updated coverage tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by our moist, delicious baking mixes from Duncan Hines and by new Liquid Bold 3 detergent with fabric softener built right in. Stay tuned for Capital. Next on most of these CBS stations. Men's Fashions by Aquascutum of London, 5th Avenue, New York. Women's Fashions by Arthur Chapnick. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.